Hello and welcome to another video. I'm going to put this on Jordan and Matthew's channel. This is, I think, something different that Apmau's doing, so...
Hello everyone, my name is Jessica, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different, something a little more personal. Now, I've been thinking about doing this for quite a while, where I have these more so one-on-one kind of talks with you guys, where it's like, just something to start off with, like a story, or like something in the past, or just like something to talk to you guys about, because I enjoy doing, like, again, these kinds of like little like story sharing things, and of course, like, I love writing stories, so just something a little bit more personal this time. And what I want to go over today is how Jason and I met, because I actually
this will be a good
get
one,
this question quite a lot. And yes, I know that if you saw the Draw My Life, you know you're already like, well, you met online and I just hit the microphone, but you're probably like, you met online, and I know the story based off your Draw My Life. And yes, you probably know a more glossed over version of the story than what I'm actually going to go into detail in here. Now, I'm not going to go over like crazy detail to where it's like, oh yeah, I remember on like, you know, July 30th, or not July 30th, well, like on July 15th, I had a, you know, Jason and I got together and we got a, you know, burrito and stuff like that. I'm not going to go over crazy detail like that, which, by the way, what I just said was not true, but I do want a burrito now. I'm not going to go over crazy detail, but I am going to go over just, like, where it all began and how it began, and, like, even show you some more, like, imagery and stuff like that, so you have a better idea and a better picture of, like, how it began. Or more so where it began, because like I said, it began in an online game, and a lot of people have actually been very curious about that kind of stuff. And, you know, I just wanted to kind of share our story. I've also been met with criticisms such as like, oh my gosh, online relationships are, they don't really last that long, or a majority of them don't last that long, or they're very hard, and like, yeah, they don't, a majority of them don't last that very long because they are hard. But I mean, like, you know, we're here today and we've been together for about 10 years, so yeah, it's an interesting story, and I think you guys might like it. Also, there's a bunch of like cute little images and imagery that we're gonna get into here, so I think you'll absolutely enjoy it. I know I enjoyed it, putting it together. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story too. But Jason and I have been together since 2005? Oh my gosh, wow, it's been a long time. And before that, we were friends, so like, yeah, we've been together for more than like 10 years. I'm not gonna do the math. I think it's like 11 or 12. If it's 11, that's incredibly hilarious. But yeah, I'm not gonna do the math on that because I'm terrible at math. Now, you know, I'm not gonna go into crazy detail, but I just want to start with how it all began. So let's go ahead and start. So let's start with each side. For me, it started in 2002 through 2003, is somewhere between there. I had just gotten a PlayStation 2, and the first game I played on it was Final Fantasy X, and I was just so in love with that game.
You can get along with Tyler with that.
Characters, it had environment, and it had this thing, and it had that thing, and it was just amazing. In fact, I loved it so much that when I heard Final Fantasy XI was coming out, I was like,
question is, Tyler and Victor are older.
Yeah, I wasn't really well versed with the Final Fantasy franchise, so I didn't realize that sequels don't normally happen that often, so yeah. Little did I know that Final Fantasy XI wasn't like Final Fantasy X at all. It was online, but the PS2 bundle came with a network adapter thingy, which you just kind of like slapped on to the PS2 and BAM! It made an internet computer. Or something. The story was around the character you made, which I thought was really cool. Plus the fact that you could play with other people. I didn't really have any friends at the time since I was homeschooled for a bit in high school, so I was all for this. For Jason, it was a different story. Jason had just graduated from military academy, and it was the summer before he went to college. Jason was super busy in high school. In senior year, he was the commander in charge of students in his company. So when summer rolled around and he had all like this free time to himself, he didn't really know what to do with it. Eventually, he came across Final Fantasy XI being advertised at GameStop, so he decided to try it out. Once he did, he enjoyed playing it so much that he decided to spend his free time playing it. Little did we know that these seemingly small decisions would lead us down a crazy path in life. I remember logging on for the first time, the music that played, the character creation screen. Man, I thought all those guy characters were hot.
That'd be good out too, Tim. Something up, I bet. That would match too.
So anyway, sorry, just thinking back on younger me is kind of hilarious sometimes. And humbling. I was a Mithra, a cat person, and I had chosen to be a thief. I remember stepping out into the world for the first time. I thought everyone was real, like a real person, and I would talk to the NPCs. Like, remember, I was new to online games, so I was pretty dumb. But the game was just amazing. It was kind of like Final Fantasy X because it had this thing again, but different, and it had that thing again, but different too, but still the same. But the story, it was really what you made of it with the community, and I made a ton of friends on my journey. Then I remember just before I was gonna hit level 30 in the game, someone somewhere was like, you know that you can unlock the summoner job at level 30? And when I heard that,
really?
I was like,
oh my god, Apmau.
oh yeah, boy, shut me up! I'm over it, yeah, give me that, I want a job!
Oh my god, you're doing the trigger thing.
Yeah, I really liked 10, and it was a huge motivation for some of my actions in 11, but just, yeah, my actions changed later when I realized that the story was mine. So, I went out to get the Carbuncle's Ruby to unlock the quest, and there was a huge party of people looking to also get the quest item. Thankfully, the group of people were incredibly nice, and they asked me to join. This group is where I would meet Jason. So we spent hours, literally hours with these people just trying to find this one ruby, and I swear it was like 5 or 6 hours. But eventually, Jason and I were the last ones, and we weren't the last ones because we didn't want the ruby, but because every time one ruby dropped, we decided to pass it on until we were the only ones left. Eventually, when it came down to he and I, he let me have the ruby, but I stayed until he got his. After that, we became friends, and eventually we found ourselves in the same link shell, or guild, if you will. And after that, we started talking more, and then we, slowly went on quests together, and we had so many adventures. Eventually, without realizing it, we were
tastes like regular apple.
Our relationship ended up becoming something more. Jason and I were together for about a year until we both realized that we loved each other more than just being online boyfriend and girlfriend. So we decided to call each other. That's when I told Jason my real name, and he told
just
me
like
his.
we used to on Xbox.
It was then that we decided that we wanted to meet. Final Fantasy was a game that was ingrained in community. I remember making so many friends on that game and having so many adventures.
Which is why it's good you had that much access to the Xbox when I was in San Diego.
I roleplayed a ton there. And it was also a game that took like an hour for a boat to show up so you could just go to one side of the map. It was really crazy. So there was a lot of time to socialize. Final Fantasy XI was our way to be together. Recently, I had logged on to see if it was still there, and it is. But it's a shell of its former self. Where there once were over 6,000 people playing at a time, there's now only 200, and the entire world is just empty. It was a game that, in its time, was amazing. Not for the game itself, but for the community it had. So yeah, that's how our entire story began together. And man, it's just been so many years. Wow, that game is dead. And so many things that,
holy crap, there was no one there.
That we've gone through. I mean, we're married, we have kids now, and
Final Fantasy X,
a lot of people assume that I tell my stories through like my role plays that are on my channel. And again, I put like little tiny bits and details into there, and not everything in my role plays is like 100% exactly how it happened at all. Whenever you write something, you write a bit of yourself into what you write. And for me, I like to put little things in there all the time. That's what makes you you. That's what makes your writing your writing. That's what makes your role playing your role playing. That's what makes you yourself. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you guys. No. Trust me, I enjoyed spinning the little cat around.
Minecraft Diaries.
But yeah.
But I know Minecraft Diaries. is much
Thank you for
different than
watching.
it, and there's
Really,
honestly no problem with
I
that.
enjoy sharing things with you guys, and I enjoy just.
I do the same with my
I
story
enjoy
series
doing
on
that, and I
Sunday.
hope you guys enjoy getting
If you
to
haven't
see or
seen
getting
the
to
show,
hear a
Vampire
side of me that
Diaries,
you may
you
have not
should.
known about
It's
before.
very interesting.
Because it just brings
Well,
me
that's
closer to you.
what
and it makes me
inspired
feel
Minecraft
like,
Diaries on
I don't
here.
know.
So
it feels awesome. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
and the
Until
shit that
then,
happens in that
take care
compared to
and
my
stay
streak,
safe.
holy
Bye.
shit. Alright, that's the end of this video. Stay tuned for the next one. This will be uploaded to EG Clan and Matthew's channel.